Hi everyone, welcome to U.S. History for Expats. My name is Dr. Blakeney. I'm going to be your instructor for this course. What I'd like to do is go through and give you an example of the introduction of a unit. Follow along with me and you can refer back to this throughout the unit. This is the first document on 8.1, so I know you've gotten here and you've clicked on 8.1. Let's go to it. Each of these units has an introduction. Most of them talk about the content of the unit. This one's going to talk more about the process. So in the introductory unit, you're going to get background about whatever the unit is. In this case, it's the Constitution, and then you're going to do a little activity. In this one, you're just recalling what you know about the Constitution. Wherever you see these spicy peppers or gifted and talented, those are extension activities that you can do if you like. In this case, it's just adding a few more things you know about the Constitution. If this is your first course, you're also going to be asked to do the MLA style. And that's a way that we write, research, and cite items that we learn about U.S. history in the same format. There's also APA, there's Chicago, there's a couple others, but I teach MLA because it's often used in social sciences, more so than the other ones. All right. So once you complete this, you're going to turn it in by going up to a button that's right here on your assignment. It'll say turn in. So just turn that in. On the next screen, press turn in and move on to the next part, 8.1.2, which is the unit organizer. You can find that in the classroom by going to here, 8.1.2. I already pulled it up here. So the unit organizer is the first thing that you're going to be graded on for how well you complete it using the rubric. So we can see the rubric here, and it's on all of these pages. So when we go here, it's at the very bottom of the document, and you're going to be graded on three things: completion, thoroughness, and accuracy. And we're looking at the Virginia Standards of Learning. So the Standards of Learning are just below. So these are the different things that you should know at the end of the unit organizer. Your goal is to get grade level. Grade level is where we want you to be. Occasionally students excel, they do more than is required, and they get above grade level. But for most assignments, for all assignments, getting grade level is where you want to be. So let's go back and look very quickly at this. You just go through a series of activities. So in this one, you're looking at the fundamental principles of the United States and a government. Then you're going to look at some different founding documents from around the world, starting with the Magna Carta in the 1200s, going all the way through the Bill of Rights. Next, you're going to look at the preamble to the Constitution, and you're going to put it in your own words. This one does have a spicy version, so the preamble is only 52 words long, so I want you to try to write a preamble of your own in 52 words exactly, just like the framers of the Constitution did. Think about it for a moment. They're starting this new government. They have this whole new country that they're developing, and they were able to succinctly say what they wanted in 52 words. I imagine it took them quite a while to figure out what those 52 words were going to be. At any rate, the last part of this is looking at the amendments. So you're going to compare how changes or amendments are made to the U.S. Constitution and how they are made in Virginia, because we're going to be looking at Virginia and U.S. history throughout this course. Finally, you're going to ask, where do you think it is? Is it too hard or is it too easy to change amendments either in the U.S. for the Constitution of the federal government or in Virginia? Again, once you're done, double check the rubric, make sure you have everything done, and then turn it in and move on to 8.1.3. 8.1.3 is just a quick 10-question, multiple choice little quiz where I'm just going to make sure that you know the most important things that you learned back in the unit organizer. If you don't get them all correct, you can try it again. The goal is to get 80% correct, and then you can move forward to the final part of each unit, which is the final project. In the final project, you're going to be using the project-based learning style to complete a driving question. In this case, you have two questions. How could you write a new constitution based on all the changes that have happened in the United States since 1787. The other option is to study, research, explore some different things that you might think need to be changed in the Constitution and write your U.S. senator from whatever state you're from, asking them if they would consider it. So what you'll do is, whichever one of these you do, you just have to do one, not both. So let's say you choose the second one. If you just click on it, you'll go through, and there are a couple steps. So in this case, when you're rewriting the Constitution, it's going to ask you to go through and do some different, look at some different areas of your government. And once you're done with that, then you can move on to the next step, which is to actually write your Constitution. So this is just a framework for the Constitution, and you write your Constitution in here, and then you would turn it in. I'll get to that in just a second. If you're writing a senator, we already have this scripted for you, so you could write your U.S. senator, and if you want to, you can really send it to him or her and see if they respond. So once you're done with all this, the project 8.1.4, you have a rubric here. So this rubric's a little bit different, but the same thing. You want to get grade level. We're going to look at historical knowledge. In this course, you need to have a minimum of 7 things that you learned in this unit from the Virginia Standards of Learning from 8.1.2 incorporated into your final project. So if you write your U.S. senator and it's one paragraph, you're probably not going to have 7 things, although you could do that as well. We're also going to look at critical and creative thinking. We're going to look at executive functioning, like how planned out it was, how organized it was, how well you did the project planning. And then finally, we're going to look at MLA style. So if you recall in this one, you had that activity in 8.1.1. All we asked you to do there was to put the URL, www.whatever. So that's what you're going to do at the end of this, so that we know where you received your information. This one also has the standards at the bottom, and if there are any differences, we'll put those in there as well. But that's basically the first unit. So I look forward to seeing your work in the first unit, and please reach out to me if you have any questions. You have the checklist that I provided, and you have some other resources at the top of the classroom page here. So if you need those, you can go to the unit checklist to double check that you've done everything. It might seem kind of confusing now, but once you get the hang of it, you'll know exactly what to do. All the units are pretty much the same, and that's it for now. Have a great day.